this in right now.
Wrecking. Oh, Rose hit the wall. Oh, there goes Valley. God damn it.
You're bringing us in, right?
Whenever you're ready.
When the video ends. You can't see a thing.
No.
What
Oh
the hell
my
happened
God.
to Word?
That
The wheels
is so
turned off or
intentional.
something. Tried wrecking me for it.
He
Dude, I
won.
gassed it up because I had no other
Yeah,
choice.
you
He was
won.
gonna go by
Got
me.
it. He won.
Heck yeah, baby. Sir, 2 in a row, brother. Let's freaking go, baby! Who's your daddy?
He wants to go too, so.
You got a hot one here. He's looking. They're going. Nice block.
We'll get the lead back. Stay focused.
It's going to be a fucking drag race.
Great job. You got the lead. Still there.
He got it. Oh my
Ward
God.
Burton
dude.
wins the race.
Plus, I'm just simply box
Oh, that's
Oh my
great.
God, how the pizza's burnt, boy. that motherfucker been burnt. He's doing good. At first, that motherfucker's cooking shit. Shit.
Amazing win. You just never seem to amaze us.
Fucking go, boys.
Brad.
Good evening and welcome in to the Season 11 In It to Win It awards show. It is time to hand out some awards after a fantastic season, which you just saw the recap of. We had many great highlights that you just saw in that great Season 11 recap. A big thank you to all of us that have been able to put together this show here, and then also all the drivers and fans for tuning in, making it to win it what it is. My name is Josh Boyko. Boyko beats you too, and I'm joined by the founding fathers of In It to Win It right here with John Deeds and John Fry. So it's time now. It is time now to introduce them in. Deeds, take us through just this first season here on NASCAR 25 and how this has come about.
Well, I'll be honest with you. We loaded this game up when it came out. You know, we waited on this thing for a long time, and it turned out it was pretty good. Had some stuff there at the beginning. You know, remember you couldn't touch cars, made racing kind of tough. And we got a pretty fast group of guys together, and we got guys that are passionate about racing, and we threw some teams together, and we said let's try it. And I think that it came up to be one of the most successful seasons that we've had so far. Uh, we had Rabbit in there as a team owner. We had Yeti came through, and Rose, Ward Burton. It was just fantastic all around. Everybody showed a lot of commitment, and I'm looking forward to next season. So, how about you, Fry? What do you think about this?
Hey, I just want to thank you guys for letting me be a part of this. But yeah, it was, I can't believe we're already to this point of the season after, it feels like we were just drafting the three of us. I think it was us three doing the draft. And now with the great season we had, it was an interesting one, season 11. Been here since season 3. So yeah, I mean, well-deserving guys out there for the awards tonight. I think we did a great job on picking the winners. So yeah, let's start this thing up.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Well, we've heard a little bit about just some of the recaps and best moments of the season, but let's get on to our first award tonight, which I believe is the Rookie of the Year award. Right? Is that right, Deeds?
Yes, sir. That's going to be the rookie of the year. That is the way we come up with the rookie of the year is the person who is a rookie and in it to win it. Trust me, they're not rookies to racing, but they're rookies here. And the way we come up with that is the person with the lowest average finish throughout the season of the rookies. So there is no competition. Well, there is no voting for that. That is literally based on all performance. And yeah, I think of course, like everything else, I made the Rookie of the Year card, put it in, but it's not here right now, so we don't have a cut to go to. So we just need to announce who that Rookie of the Year is.
Well, if anyone was actually tuning in and watching it to win it season 11, they know who this guy is and was a big part of every race from start to finish. And let's bring us in our Rookie of the Year, Sean for life.
There he is.
There he is.
Yes, sir.
Got a
Sean, you
copy,
got a
Sean?
copy?
I do. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Well, you have won the season 11 Rookie of the Year, and without much contest, I might add, a championship finalist, placing P2. So congrats on a great rookie season in the average finish department and a couple of wins to boot. Take me through just where you think you progressed most through start to finish in this year and how it helped you along the way.
Yeah, well, first off, appreciate Deeds and you guys for putting this on. Appreciate everything that goes into running a league. I know it's difficult and I might not be the easiest guy to deal with a lot of the time, so appreciate what you guys putting up with me. But no, I really just think the second half of the year, I just think it might have took me a little bit longer just to try to figure out the setups and whatnot, try to figure out the right driving style, the right technique, things like that. Just trying to be a little bit more consistent, putting in a lot of effort and whatnot. Especially in the second half of the season, I really thought around that time he ran Charlotte from there on after, I really felt confident or more confident in my racecraft and whatnot. But it goes out to great teammates, Rabbit for being the team owner, and Turner and Tenacious, Rocky for that short time he was there. Everybody, I think we just worked really well together. Obviously, we had a lot of chemistry or whatnot and bringing each other along. But really, really thankful for the opportunity to be a quote unquote rookie of the year.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know if you remember when we did the draft, but I said, you got that long list of achievements on there. One thing I don't see is in it to win it winner or anything else. You managed to pull off 2 wins. They both came late. And I feel like early
Yeah.
in the season, the strategy calls, we were still learning those and stuff. I feel like
Right.
maybe, like you say about Charlotte time. So what about those 2 wins? How about that first one at Bristol? Tell me about that.
Oh yeah, that one was a little dramatic, man. I didn't really get a lot of practice time or whatnot before that. Had a little bit of setup help from a friend of mine, and really just got the car feeling really good. But it just seemed like that last run we had, it got like really tight, and Rose was able to keep up with me where he really hadn't up until that point. And I know we were kind of banging fenders a little bit in quarter panels, and then just kind of like a Hail Mary move
Yeah.
at the end there. He passed me coming to 2 to go, and it was almost like watching the Cars movie, right? Where Chick Hicks is behind the king, and I was sitting there like, I am not coming in behind you again, and just sent it, and
Yeah.
it worked out. So
Well, some
very
people
happy for
tell
that.
me that they think you might have been cheating in that race because you got your appendix removed that day and you were light on weight.
I mean, the car might have been a little lighter there for sure.
Yeah.
I kind of squeaked through post race inspection there,
Yeah.
especially with a little extra body weight there. So, but yeah, glad, definitely feeling a lot better from that. But yeah, definitely looking forward to next season as well there too, guys.
Yeah. Well, we'll kick it over to Fry there. I think he's probably got a couple questions for you, and then we'll cut you loose.
Thank you, sir.
Not too many questions, but we all know that you probably have the most console wins out of everybody in this league. Probably, I've seen your name many times over there on Marty's page, and you aren't really a rookie to console racing, but you are a rookie to us. So congratulations on being rookie of the year. And what do you have for your goals next year? And is there any teams you would like to be on besides Toxic Rabbit?
You can only win that once,
Yeah.
by the way. The Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I guess I got to win the actual championship now in the in-season tournament. Obviously, Rose is a very fast, great competitor.
Yeah.
We had great battles throughout the year, so looking forward to more of that action. I don't know, maybe if I slip in the draft, maybe fall to Rose, and I think we would create a great dynamic duo there. But really, to be drafted by anybody, obviously, being a car salesman in real life and working for General Motors, would like to be with a team that drives Chevrolets primarily. I know Rabbit let me kind of drive a Chevrolet, even though he was more of a Ford guy, which is fine. We all make mistakes in life. But really looking forward to next season, wherever I get drafted, and being able to contribute to a team and helping to grow the team and
Well,
help the drivers and have feedback off of each other and make each other better. That's what I'm looking forward to.
that's amazing. We're looking forward to seeing you here again, buddy. It was amazing this season. I'm super glad you were here, and the show you put on was nothing less than spectacular. That's all I'm going to say.
Appreciate you putting up with me, Deeds. I know I'm a pain in the you know what. So appreciate you guys and everything you guys do. I know I don't make it easy all the time, but I'm a passionate competitor, and it's worked out for me so far, and I'm not going to change who I am now, even though it
well,
might get me in trouble every once in a while.
well, we hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, sir. Looking forward to next season.
All
Thank
right,
you,
buddy.
guys.
Yep. See ya. All right.
That is your season 11 in it to win it rookie of the year there, Sean for life, and he really established himself in the second half of the season as that other contender for every race with Rose. I mean, obviously, Rose a dominant first half of the year, dominant year from start to finish, but we got someone that emerged as a contender that was keeping up pretty much for the rest of those races. So congrats to Sean there, and talk to maybe about his draft stock a little bit for this next season coming up with the draft, and he's got high ceiling.
Yeah, that's you, Fry.
Oh man, his resume is top of the board. I think he should be the number one driver out there, going off that board first.
Yeah.
He's got speed. He's got some racecraft. I feel he's a good teammate. He shows up to every races. He tries to get practice going throughout the week. I would say he is top of the board for draft stock next year or next season.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And I'll just add to that also. I think that a lot of guys here this season, they never done the style of stuff that we do. But when that thing came down to literally the last 50 laps of the last race for a team chip, I think a lot of people started to realize just how much that I'm not having the best day, but I'm not having the worst matters in the every one of these races. So yeah, I think Sean's probably your number one overall pick, but we'll have to see how that goes because you know how these team owners, they just, who knows?
Couldn't agree more. Top of the charts in many regards, Sean for life.
Yeah.
Moving on to our next award here, if that's all right, the Hard Charger Award. Deeds, can you take me a little bit through what the criteria for winning the Hard Charger is?
All right. So the Hard Charger Award winner is a guy who has, I mean, he's always there trying his hardest. His finishes may not be the best, but usually they show, real raw speed every week. Maybe they're just not in the right situation. Maybe they're helping a teammate or whatever. But it's the person who puts in the work, and we just want to give you a shout out that we notice what you're doing. So we made the Hard Charger Award.
Well, without further ado, can you reveal to us that Hard Charger Award?
Oh, maybe if I find it.
Hard Charger season 11.
There it is. Let's go, Fry.
I think it's Turner. Turner GA.
I think you are correct. That's going to be Turner GA. I'm not sure if he's in Discord over there or not.
I don't see him there at the moment, but
All right.
regardless, let's just talk a little bit about Turner's season and the progression that we saw. He was in the right. He was at the top 5 or top 7 a lot of this year, and really earned a lot of respect, I think, from the competition all around.
Yeah, Turner told me, I think it was like week 6 of the season, halfway through so he got drafted last season at number 9. His average finish was like ninth. And I don't even think it was I think he finished consecutively ninth place for the first month. And then we seen him pick it up, which I mean, I think that whole team did. He was on a team with Sean, of course, and Rabbit and all those guys. And I know that Rabbit's actually sitting over there right now, so maybe we can pull Rabbit over here and ask him about, how his season went last year. He's already got 2 awards on there, so he's already got 2 award winners. Maybe he's the guy to talk to about it to see what was working
Yeah.
on that team.
Rabbit, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, Deeds, take it away.
Yeah, hey, we were just talking. You got Sean, who won the Rookie of the Year. It was on your team over there, and now you got Turner, who's going to be the hard charger of the season 11. So we wanted to bring you in here and talk about how the team went last season from draft to finish, and what your take on last season was.
Well, before we even get to that part, we need to get to the misinformation that has been spewed by one of my former drivers. First off, all I have to say
High
is
drama.
John Wick did not kill all them people for a Camaro. And that's just plain as day. Let's just put that out there right now. Secondly, he did forget to mention Turner, who you are currently mentioning.
Yeah,
And all I gotta say, when it comes to Sean, it was like he was like my Drake May. He was the 4th overall pick. The other teams took other quarterbacks, but I got the best quarterback of all later in the draft because everyone just excused him just because he was from the Northeast. Just
yeah,
because he was from the North.
yeah. I remember he said in
No,
the
you
draft,
see,
he said
yeah,
maybe there was 3 mistakes in front of me. Quote.
yeah. There you go. See, and he went to the right team because I had the opportunity to be surrounded by nothing but estrogen through my entire life, growing up at home and then getting married and creating more estrogen. I have mastered patience. So I mean, I'm one of the few guys that can actually,
Yeah. Right.
bridle him in and be able to just coexist. So I think he just went to the right team. He went to the right owner
Yeah.
with that. And of course, now we're talking about Turner. You know, he was one of the steals of the draft. I'm just saying, I hope there's an award in here for general management because I brought the best team. I mean, the first 2 awards have gone to Team Toxic.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that ain't no joke. There may be more in
So
there. I don't know. So,
there's always going to be more because I'm not wrong very often.
well, and if you remember this season, what was Turner telling us about, his average? He got drafted at
Yes,
9 or something
correct.
like that, and his average finish was 9. Well, I know that he improved that most of the season, and he was an instrumental part of dragging you guys into that points lead that you had all the way into week 12.
Absolutely.
So
He got like a 3rd and 4th and 5th places
yeah,
right there at the very end there.
yeah, yeah. Well, that was a that was
We
a
yeah.
That was a
No,
really
go ahead.
that was a really good season, and you put together a really good
Mhm.
team. And so, real quick, what do you think about this upcoming draft? What are you looking for in your drivers this season?
It's going to be the same thing. I take the best driver available. I keep with my big board. I don't fluctuate. I got my big board, it's there, and I stick to it, and I
Yeah.
never go wrong.
Do you think that Sean's going to be there too?
I have the second pick because of the failures of the 77 car that took out 2/3 of Team Toxic on the last race, which lost us our lead into the championship that we held going into that race. But with that said, there's option A and option B. I got the American version or I've got a Canadian version to pick from. Either way, I'm going to be fine.
All right. Well, it sounds like we know who's one of 2 people that's going number 2, right?
The contracts are already written up. I just got to know who to type the names into. That's it. That's it.
All
We're
right.
good.
Well, hey, everybody here, me personally, I'm super happy that you're here. I'm super happy that you've fielded a team last season, and your success is duly noted. Like I say, we've already took the first 2 awards tonight. Have went to 2 of your drivers, and that is a lot to do. That shows a lot over there, and I appreciate it.
Well, what you mentioned with the hard charger here with Turner, honestly, that could be everybody picked up their pace
They
as the
did,
season went on.
they
I mean,
did.
it was clear as even
Yeah, I'll be.
everybody.
It was kind of hard to pick one right there. I mean, but like
Yeah.
Turner was the one that I just remembered that he had said, how his average finish was like a 9 all the way for the first month, and then he just started
Yes.
improving,
Yes.
improving, and And yeah, he was always right there. And he was a couple of on track incidences away from being way higher than what he was. So again, I
Well,
appreciate it.
I'll even give you one more glimpse into my big board. I took Turner because he has real life racing experience.
Yeah, yeah, and
Here's another guy in
he's
here
league
with
experience
real
like
life.
crazy
Yes.
also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, there's another guy who's joined this with real life racing experience. I haven't even met him, but I've already got him halfway up on my board. So,
Oh,
keep an
no,
eye out for
no,
that
no
guy.
name drops, huh? No name drops.
No name drops, no name drops, but it's there.
All right. Well, hey, good luck tonight at Pocono. Thanks for hopping in, and good luck with the draft this season, and also the team.
Well, luck is nothing more than preparation meeting opportunity. So, I'm
Good
lucky a
stuff.
lot. That's all I got to say.
Right on, right on. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Rabbit.
All right, take care.
Rabbit's the best.
Rabbit with
I'm
the
just saying.
inspirational quotes here tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rabbit is just the best. I mean, he has got them diabolical things to say. So,
Well,
all
that's why
right.
we love having him on here. Makes for good TV.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
But yeah, that was Toxic Rabbit there, joined on behalf of Turner and his team, taking home the first two awards here tonight. As I agree that we did see a lot of improvement throughout this season. Deeds. Before we get to our next special award here, talk to me about the pace and how it improved from Homestead all the way to Phoenix, and how this league just got better at racing with each other.
Oh, I'll be honest. I mean, just the things that we seen. If you even include our preseason races, there was a lot of guys out here that's like, okay, this is a 100 lap race. We just have to run 50 laps out of on the fuel tank. It's one stop. And if you remember racing 87 and Sean in that preseason race, they thought man, those guys pitted. What are they doing? And like they had no idea that they were beat until they were beat. And you've seen a lot of guys like not only adapt and adjust, but overall improve. Like I always say, you're only going to be as fast as you can be if there's one guy or five guys that's just as fast as you to keep challenging you. Otherwise, I mean, you're really not uh, living up to your potential. But now go all the way from that race I just discussed to Las Vegas. Go to Las Vegas and look at that race. And I mean, I think it kind of speaks for itself there, don't you? Don't you, Fry?
Oh, that's for sure. Yes, there was that race. Everybody was in it. Everybody was there to get that last win, because if you don't know, we win to get to the championship. So everybody at Vegas thought they had something to punch their ticket to the next round, to the final round. But yeah, the season in general, we had to add some drivers because of some mishaps, but I think it ended really great. One of the better seasons that we've all been a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think,
fun one
Boyko?
for sure. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with what you guys are saying and what Rabbit was saying. How everyone really started to bring it, especially once we got a couple races into the year and we had some more technical tracks in this year's schedule, and you saw the big names come to play there. But
Right.
everyone was bringing their A game throughout the entire season. So really appreciative to everyone making the quality of the league. It raises the floor and the ceiling as well at the same time when everyone is working hard throughout the week. But now it's
Yeah.
time to move on to our next award. And this is a special one, a really special one here, Deeds. So we're
Yeah.
going to be handing out our the Arch Award here. So take me through just the criteria for this, where this legacy comes from.
All right. So anybody that doesn't know, Arch Enemy was a driver here for the first 5 seasons that we did, and he died of COVID complications following our championship race. His wife found him at his steering wheel the next morning, and he was a really good friend. And but one thing that he always did, I'm on a lap, like he wanted to be on that leaderboard. But he was the guy that he's on a lap and he would just run your ass over and be like, "Oh man, I'm sorry about that, dude. I was just on a heater. I had to do it." And but he was just always really respectful. And today is the day that we lost him. Um, and So we got we do an award for the driver in here who is just humble and fast and just does it right. And I echo Rabbit's sentiment. There are multiple people in here who this fits them. But we pick out the guy who stands out the most for the season, and that's what we give them. And I got a couple little intros for that, and then we can see if the guy who won this is in the Discord.
I was usually, for whatever reason, strategy ends up boning me, but I had the right card this time. As soon as I was waiting for the 19 to get by the 18, that was going to tell me how fast they were closing in. But the 19, I just noticed he wasn't gaining enough time. By the time we got down to 4, he definitely wasn't close enough. Been fun running with Pesky so far. It's been I wasn't sure. I haven't run with any of the guys on my team before, but they're very analytical and I like it. So definitely been enjoying being in the 2 cars so far. As long as it's not raining right now.
Yep, good run. Good run there.
Yeah. Yeah, I had 2% left on that right rear, man. I was limping for sure.
Gridlock trying to go for it. Gridlock and Arch trying to go for it. Let's see who gets it here. I think Arch got Gridlock there.
Yeah, man. You guys have a good night.
All right. So I believe I seen him in Discord, and the winner of the Arch Enemy Award this season for season 11 is going to be Blue Yeti for his overall professionalism, his speed, and his always calm demeanor.
Integrity.
Integrity. Yeti,
Yes,
you got a
sir.
copy?
Can you hear
Go.
me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh man, buddy, it's been a fun season. We worked together for as long as we were on this team when we brought you in a couple weeks into the season, and we went through a lot this year with a lot of turnover and change at Yeti Motorsports, but it was an absolute pleasure running this season with you, and we want to honor you with the Arch Enemy Award here. So take me through just what this award means to you, and a little bit about this season.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, first and foremost, obviously I didn't know the man that this award's after, but from that intro there, he seemed like a really good dude, and it's heavy.
Yeah.
Life does happen, and it's unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, I really think this season for me was just about trying to be respectful, learn from others, and just find a league. Find a good home where we have fast people, good people, obviously. So I think that and the camaraderie and the attitudes of everybody, it was just a solid season.
Yeah. So do you feel that you found a place to call home here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
That's good. That's what we try to do right there. And welcome to the family, as we put it. Um, so last season, I'll say this: you and Boyko here were two of the drivers who were just in the worst situation. I mean, you guys went from excitement and everything else to we know what went down, and all of a sudden it's like, well, what's our team going to do? And me personally, I remember we talked. Um, you guys had no clue what you were doing, none. You just had a massive points lead, and let's just throw it together. And you elected to go in there and continue building on what was already there, the foundation. Um, Looking back, is there anything from the time that you guys took over that team that you may have done differently, uh, and possibly won that championship?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, yeah, I think we, for whatever I feel like are the right reasons, we didn't choose a fourth teammate, just because it wasn't really going to be a teammate. It was just going to be an ace in the hole kind of scenario, which I didn't feel like was going to be good for the team or for anybody else racing on the track.
Yeah.
So we elected not to. Well, I guess we did take a fourth, but that one didn't show up. But we didn't take a fifth.
Yeah.
And I think really for me, not not knowing pit strategies. I just wasn't good at pit strategies. It wasn't something I didn't race 1% races, which creates a whole different pit strategy. So I loved learning about that pit strategy the hard way.
Right.
I think me and Boyko both did a
I
time or
remember New
two.
Hampshire. I remember New Hampshire. So Fry,
Well,
I think's got a couple questions asked you about what you have the number one pick in the upcoming draft. So we want to touch on that also.
Well, first and foremost, I actually knew Arch Enemy. I raced a couple seasons with them, and you are well deserving of the Arch Enemy Award.
Yeah.
So with that said, I know you have the number one pick. Is there some new drivers that are on this track tonight? What are you looking for? And are you going to be in this Pocono race to kind of be observing? Are you going to go out there and try to beat Rose and the rest of the fast guys? Or are you going to try to observe some of the other guys' driving skills out on the track tonight?
yeah, I think tonight's about observing. I've already thought about it, right? So I haven't put a ton of time into Pocono, because I want to observe, right? And if I get too good of a car, then the racer comes out of me, and I want to race. So put me in a bad car, and I can kind of observe better. So there's definitely some new people, some new blood that's coming in that I want to take a look at.
Yeah.
Obviously we got a lot of old blood as well, right, from last season. So
Right.
we'll see.
Yeah, I think tonight, I mean, all these preseason races for me, they're all watch races for me. Like I like what I see from this guy. I don't like what I see from that guy. And this guy goes on my board here. And this is going to be your first season drafting. So how excited are you about that? Number one, by the way.
No nerves, right? About
Yeah.
making the right decision or whatever. So it's going to be an interesting decision, and one that I'll talk about or talk with several people to get the input, because I want to think more than just about the number one pick, and I want to think about what happens if I do this in number one. Who's likely to be around when
Yeah.
it's my team's time to pick again, and how would they contribute to the team? And I'm really looking for, honestly, just participation, right? People that are willing to put in time, like Boyko did last year, and of course Fear did. You learn a ton in these practice sessions.
You do.
You improve your setups,
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
those things. So
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah, there
what
was
do you
a massive amount of time that we spent shoving each other into corners and down straightaways during those practice times, and it was a fun time just being able to have someone partner in crime during the week that we could bounce ideas off of, and it seemed like it made a pretty good tandem for that season 11 right there. But I like that you mentioned it, planning for the rest of the picks, because not only do you have the responsibility of choosing the number one overall pick, you got to wait a little bit before it comes back around. So you got to be scouting a little bit deeper than the second, third, fourth type of pick. What's your strategy in looking for that tonight?
you know I really think it just comes down to who's going to be capable of being there every week. Um, who's got some speed and some talent. It doesn't have to be perfect tonight, right? This is a tough league. There's some fast drivers in it.
Yeah.
Winning tonight, of course, that would be great if somebody a new person won tonight, but that's not what I expect. I just want to see, are you a good, clean driver? Can you hold your lines, make the right choices, have decent speed?
Yeah. And hey,
Because all
don't
that's going to
forget.
improve throughout the year.
Well, we've been hearing it all week. Fear the Skull, his draft stock's going up, right? Right. Fry. I mean, he won Atlanta. Draft stock's
Oh yeah,
rising. He wins again tonight. I mean, bro,
and he turns laps, man. That guy
a
wants
lot
to
of
wants
laps.
to drive all day, every day,
Yeah, he practices a lot.
all times of the day.
So just one last thing, Yeti. I'm just wondering, since you have the number one pick, how full is the inbox right now? Have people been reaching out, or you ain't heard anything? Really?
I hadn't heard anything.
Well,
It's quiet.
that's putting everybody on notice. Blue Yeti, he's in the Discord there. His DMs are open. If you'd like to drive for him, maybe you need to let him know, because otherwise you might wind up on Fry Dog's team over there.
I think any team
Well,
you end up on will be great, though.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some studs on that draft board. That's all I'm saying. All right, Yeti. Well, we appreciate your time, bud, and congratulations. We'll see you out there tonight, and hopefully that arch enemy award there, that's going to be forever yours. We consider you to be one of the most humble, fastest guys around here who just does it right.
I appreciate it. I'm honored.
All right, buddy.
All right,
take
thank you,
care.
gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
All right, that is your arch enemy, season 11 winner right there, Blue Yeti. I couldn't think of a more deserving guy for that to go to, having worked with him closely throughout the season myself, and by the criteria that he's listing off for what he's looking for in draft picks, it sounds like he's trying to pick the next arch enemy of the year award winner too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
guy that's got a level head, and you can really appreciate a member like that in a league for sure.
Yeah, well, I'll just throw this out here. I mean, you're sitting here right now, Boyko, and if I'm Yeti, you're my number one pick. I'm giving Sean to Rabbit. Um, I'm just being honest. Like, the way you guys worked together was amazing last season. But again, it's up to everybody. So it's going to be
Well, he
fun.
ain't getting you if he doesn't take you.
That's right. You ain't getting back around. All right. So
Yeah.
what's our next one here? You want to go ahead and go to the paint scheme? Since I'm in here and I painted the best car.
Yeah, well, where's the meme of Obama crowning himself right here with the medal?
There it
There
is.
you go.
Yeah.
It's
Rigged,
with the monster
rigged.
paint scheme.
Hey,
Cue graphic.
it might have been rigged. Maybe. I don't know. I gave everybody the same ability to vote out there. But now, just real quick, this is an award right here. It won't take very long. This is just a cool award. We wanted to give people the opportunity to show off their paint. We'll put them in here and show them off. We can't show them all because it would take all day, because these guys designed some killer paint schemes this season. I'm telling you what, Tenacious just came out of the box late, and Tenacious, my car went up against the Boyko tribute car for championship. You know what I'm saying? The Advent
He
Health
did,
car.
he did put out some good ones, and the Hellman's car as well
That thing
definitely
was
got some
amazing.
consideration too. So
Yeah, and
I
Rabbit
think
with that black number 2 that he did, throwback to Rusty Wallace. I mean, Turner.
Turner's great couple.
a lot of good
Yeah,
ones.
Turner's Greg Biffle, like the Rose with that amazing Mobile One car that he did. I mean, they don't give us the best templates, and we didn't even have shapes until the last 2 weeks of the season. So what these guys did was awesome. And I will say this: I think the monster car won that thing because it started that whole trend. Like, that was the first paint scheme that got done, and people started messing around in there. So that was kind of cool. Not really a big deal. I didn't really care who won it. It was more about getting everybody in there posting their stuff, and something to vote on and keep interactive. So yeah, I appreciate the award. Thank you very much. We can go on to the next one, which I don't remember if that was in line with that, but
Well, we can go back to the rivalry of the year award if
the
you've got that one
rivalry.
queued up.
The
'Cause we
rivalry. Let's
we had
have a
we had some good ones.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I try to get the multiple ones in here because every week, anybody that don't know, when we do our driver ratings, power rankings for the season, we always put a driver rivalry watch on the corner, and Sean was involved in several of those. Hot One is the reason his name is Hot One is because he's going to be a rival with somebody every week. You got Boyko versus the entire OCM team. That was week one, actually. It was middle finger out the window, Sean DeBoyko, if you remember. But
I found
the
myself on there 2 out of 3 weeks.
but the one that came through, and this was according to the Discord vote. We have this one right here.
10 to go.
It's going
One
to
inside.
be Iowa. It
One
was
inside.
Valley Racing 93 versus CGM Rose, and this
Three wide.
went on for multiple laps. This was weeks ago.
Three wide.
In Discord, and this is the reason why
Clear
an
bottom.
entire team turned into you and Yeti's team. That right there. So I feel like Rose is probably setting out here somewhere. Of course, we don't have Valley here to talk about it. It'd be fantastic if we did, but we do have one half of it, so we'll get one side of the story. How's that?
Well, let's see. Is Rose over there right now? I don't see him in the
Well, you know how these
lounge.
well, you know how these prima donnas do. He's out on the town
Right.
tonight in Miami. He says,
We're supposed to text him, right?
"Yeah, if you could RSVP me because I'm whatever." But I just sent him a message, so let's see if he jumps in here.
But either way, while we wait for Rose to pull up here, we do have myself, which was part of the fallout of this rivalry, and we heard from Yeti a moment ago. But
I want to hear it.
ultimately brought together. It ultimately brought together some good things and some growth for Yeti and myself, I think, because that forced us to be the lead setup makers, the strategy callers, which, for better or for worse, panned out how it did on strategy. And I'll give my credit that I only messed up 2 races on strategy. One of them I went from first to second. The other one I went from 6th to 9th. So
Yeah.
in the end, I'm gonna be able to live with that. And here is our guy, CGM Rose.
All right.
You got a copy?
Fry Dog.
Yo,
Fry Dog.
Hey, what up, Rose Petal? How you doing tonight, buddy?
good. And you?
Can you? Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Hey, can you tell us a little bit about what led up to the incident at Iowa?
Hold on. Let me try to turn on my camera.
Spin it around. Yeah, you've just won the Rivalry of the Season award, you and Valley at Iowa, and we'd love to hear about it.
My camera's not working right now.
Well, there should be a button on there that says rotate.
No, no, but like I can't see myself. Can you guys see me?
No, I seen the deck.
Hold on. You can see it right now.
I see the deck.
Yeah.
Now you got to press that little button that says.
I don't see my. Hold on. Let me join back and.
We just wing it over here.
I can't see it.
Well, your camera was on. It's not on now. It's not on now. It's your back camera.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I know.
There he is.
All right, we're good now.
All right.
We're good.
All right. So you just won the rivalry of the season, the you and Valley at Iowa. And Fry Dog. What was your question, Fry?
I just want you to tell us what led up to that situation.
You were looking at
That someone boiled over and had to do that to you in a race. Was there anything that happened pre-race before, or is it all in just that race itself?
No, well, I don't have anything personal against Josh. I call him Josh because I call him by his name. I don't call him by his gamer tag. just because of the connection we have. But it's just I was told that I was racing somebody in an incorrect manner, which I didn't understand. And we all know that the game has a bubble, and we got to Iowa, and I accidentally hit him with a bubble, and he punted me a little down the straightaway. So I had enough of kind of the whole situation, and I made a mistake. I probably wouldn't do that if I was put in that position again. But at the end of the day, I can't go back and change it.
Yeah. So just a few mistakes there. You still almost won the race. I mean, how fast were you
Yeah.
at Iowa? How fast was you?
Nah, I think the car was great. I was definitely better the second run, and I had the tire advantage, so I thought I was gonna be able to get there. But if we ever go back to Iowa, I'm definitely gonna circle it on the calendar and make sure I'm prepared for that one and not make the same mistakes.
The one that got away. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so while you're in here real quick, I don't have this one on the list, Boyko, because I forgot. But we'll move on here to you also won the first ever In It to Win It in-season championship. Tell me what you thought about the whole in-season thing. I mean, we had 20 drivers on there. We started, early. So what was your take on the in-season thing?
I thought it was a great little addition to get drivers involved. I mean, if I'm honest though, I feel like it was definitely in the back of a lot of drivers' minds, especially with the Beat the Bookie award that was like I don't know, a little more sought after. The race win to actually get into the championship race was also more important, and the team point. So I feel like it definitely fell down, but it was definitely a little great detail to have in there.
Yeah. So it was fun.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's good. We decided to try it. It worked out. And, we tried a lot of things this season. We were talking about this season, how it all started. And if you remember 3.5 months ago, the game came out, we all hopped on. We didn't know what we were going to do. What's your take on this here entire season, by the way? Overall, I mean, we haven't got to the rest of your awards just yet, but overall, what was your experience with this season?
No, I thought it was great. It's probably the best season I've ever been a part of in terms of league racing, with all the extra curricular activities that you guys put on for us, and how you keep us involved. And the team points was something that was very sought after, that I did not expect to be the amount of deal that it was put into that. I didn't expect that at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it came down to it, didn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So are you going to be available here in about 20 minutes or so again?
Yeah, it should be good. Yeah.
All right. Well, we wanted to get you in for the rivalry moment. We all know that you're the season champion. We just ain't got there yet. So I'll RSVP you again. I'll say, hey, jump in here.
All right.
And what are you doing in Miami tonight?
We're just chilling in the park playing a little bit of basketball.
There it is. Sounds like a good time. And you're going to make the race tonight?
Yep. Yeah, I should.
All right. Cool beans. Let it be known
All
to the
right.
rest of the field.
All right. I don't know. Linecone's looking pretty crazy. So I don't know.
Just real quick,
if we're gonna have something for him or
you
not.
think
But
you think
we'll see.
line cone stock's going up? By the way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you here in a little bit.
Fear the Skull too. Fear the Skull too. Shout out Fear the Skull.
Yeah, Fear the Skull for real. Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, we'll catch
I'll be
you
here in a little bit. Just RSVP me again.
Yeah,
Thank you.
10-4. Man, that dude
you
is
heard
fast.
there. Yeah, that Rose, he's the cream of the crop here in it to win it this year, and he's also endorsing a couple of drivers. You love to hear that at the end of that interview right there. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the draft, where he will hold the 4th spot coming up, I believe, is what it is for the to win it season
4th
12
overall
draft.
Yeah, he'll be 4th overall for that. So exciting stuff, Boyko.
Yeah, absolutely. We've talked draft plenty already, but there's so many opportunities that could present itself at 4 based on the chaos of what the top three could provide. So make sure to tune in for the In It to Win It draft coming up later in our calendar
Yeah,
here.
and we'll take a
But
look at the whole draft board from week one here as we get a little bit later into this, and we'll discuss it a little bit more in depth. But I mean, not too much because I mean it is week one, so I'm ready to move on if you are. Week
yeah,
two, week one was done.
the recap of that though. Fear the Skull stock rising, Line Cone stock rising, and In It to Win It overall stock rising. So
Yeah,
fun
well,
season. You heard it there
if
from
you
our
get that
champ.
guy to say your name on a stream, you've done something good. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, it's time for the All Star
The All
award coming up here.
Star. All right, here we go.
Do you got to cue the music for when we need him to quit talking?
Man, we have a Boyko can throw him out. So Ward Burton is your all-star winner. We did an all-star for anybody that doesn't know. We did a for anybody that doesn't know, we did the all-star race. We did the Fried All Cup for that all-star race. We jumped in ARCA cars default, and nobody had messed with those or driven them. And the fastest guy in town was the one and only Ward Burton. He won the All-Star Championship. And Word, a, a quick word from the man himself.
I'm having the same problem Rose is, by the way. My camera's on and I can't flip it, so I don't know. I can't see my camera or anything.
We see you, and it's perfect.
Yeah, you're looking good, buddy. You're looking good.
You can see my face.
Yes, sir. And the Lake George
Okay, we're good.
sweatshirt.
No, 'cause
Yes, sir.
I've legitimately just seen my profile picture and that's it. So
Yep,
Looks
we're
like you even
good.
did your hair a little bit. You look nice today.
So what'd you think about that? What'd you think about becoming the? You hadn't won anything, and then you won the All Star. What did that do for you?
I mean, it's a little different with the All Star just because it's meaningful, right? To go out there and to win. What was it? 3 races? 4? I don't even
It
remember
was
at this
3.
point. Did we
Yeah,
do 3 or 4?
we did
3.
3.
So to go out there and win all 3, like I'll be honest with you, it was a little bit of a surprise to me that I won all 3. I'm like, maybe I won the first one or whatever. Like tracks like Kansas and so on, I love, but I mean to go out there and sweep the whole thing,
Yeah,
obviously default setups. It's a little bit different from what we're used to with the
ARCA
customs.
cars. Yeah,
Yeah, but it
ARCAs.
was just more of that point in the season, trying to find momentum of what
Yeah,
I needed. Because at that point in the year, I'd been coming off a couple tough. I mean, Bristol was my worst result overall.
right.
But, I mean, to go from like tracks like Iowa where, I mean, you were testing with me, for example, throughout the week. I thought I had a
Yeah,
really good car. And then
yeah,
we hit that big draft line, and I'm running 4th or 5th all day long until the Valley incident happens. And it's like, man, like that was real kick in the tail of I got to get better, and a real humbling experience. But for me to get Kansas there and everything at the start of that All-Star race and put together good runs, it kind of got me back on that direction of the momentum I needed. But it was important to win, but at the same time, it's like I got to prove myself with custom setups at the end of the day.
yeah,
And not to spoil something later, but I think that race and that momentum definitely helped maybe from a feel wise for what I wanted out of Vegas,
yeah.
which obviously was a big clutch moment for me. But I mean, it's a special race to win. It's my first win technically because it does count on the
Right,
boards, here
right.
in it to win it. So
There ain't
it means
another.
a
There
lot
ain't
for me
another
to
win in there. Word that comes with an award for it. Like you don't get a win award for because you won Las Vegas in the Cup cars. You get one for you won that All Star event, and you didn't. It was 3 races, and you swept them all. Like that was domination. And like I agree with you completely. The momentum that made, but from my view as the league owner, like we had just had Iowa happen, and the whole stress of the situation when we got into that race, and it was like, okay, the gloves are all off. Everybody's on equal footing. Let's go have some fun. And I think that overall that shifted the momentum of the entire league, to be honest. And it was great to see you go out there and do good. Not only do good, but dominate that thing. Fry, what do you think?
Oh man, yeah! Congratulations on being the All-Star winner and being one of the 4 drivers in the championship 4. We'll call it, I guess we could call it, because we did have a championship 4. I know you're going to be fast. What are you looking to this night? You going to be driving fast? You going to look at some drivers for draft stock, or what's your approach to tonight's race?
Yeah, I think, it's important to see what some of these guys are going to have to offer with the draft stock from the team owner perspective side of things. But, what I view the preseason as, listen, obviously, when we have a long 12, 13-week season, you've obviously, with these circumstances, you got to win races, right? And while I'm not going to be exactly, I guess you would say, at 100% after a couple weeks off, it's about with these preseason races, finding your rhythm, trying to refine what you need with strategy to put yourself into a position for when we get, to the regular season to put myself in a chance to win. And I felt, for example, Michigan, like I know Deeds, you talked about at the top of the show about like pit strategy with Sean and so on, about, guys cutting it in half in Michigan and so on. Like that race being there, for example, and that was my first preseason race because I missed the other two, was a humbling experience because coming from Heat 5, all we know, right, is run as long as you can and you have an advantage.
Right.
Seeing 33 lap split ups and so on, like it is extremely changing to the game, and it shows how much this game has changed from the past one. But I think the big thing with these preseason races, obviously, I know tonight will be a little different compared to maybe most tracks we see, but the strategy doesn't change because there's a lot of tracks lengthwise, fall off wise, that have a lot of comparisons. Like, for example, what could work tonight could help at an Indianapolis.
Right.
Other tracks too, like Atlanta. I mean, I know it's a little different, but it could help at other mile and a halves. So I just think that pit strategy is a big thing tonight. Even if I don't have a winning car, I think it's a learning point because if this track does stay on the schedule, it could be something that could help me for the next time we come here, just like it was at Michigan.
Yeah,
Seeing where
Michigan
I
popped up
stack
week
and then being
3,
able
and
to do that.
nobody tried that strategy again, if you remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it changed the whole game. So that's why, like these preseason races, and I know I'm not in a situation, obviously, as a team owner, being in a situation of getting drafted and dealing with that stress. But from just the competitor standpoint, these races are important because even if, again, I'm not racing for a win, I learn what's holding me back from racing from a win, which you take it one step at a time in these races. When points don't matter and you're racing to win, I mean, team points matter. But from a championship standpoint, you're racing one race at a time.
Right.
That's what you got to focus on one week at a time, not 10 weeks down the road. You got to do what you can to win in that particular week.
Yeah. Well, I'll just ask you real quick. We got a guy sitting right there beside you. We got Josh Boyko, who he's pretty high on everybody's draft board right now, and you're picking at 3. And according to Rabbit earlier, he's taking either Sean or Racing, so he's going to be right there in your lap possibly. What do you think? Is Boyko a driver you might be looking for?
Absolutely. And I think, when you look at the board in my situation, like I know, for example, we talked about Yeti's situation drafting at 1, which, by the way, I thought this whole time Rabbit was drafting at 1, which makes it even funnier because that's how much I haven't paid attention to it.
Yeah.
So the fact that I found out now Yeti's drafting 1, it's not that it changes anything, but it's more of just, the perspective of the first 2 picks. And, like I feel for Yeti in regards to, like, you draft 1, that, I mean, yes, there's going to be very good drivers with how this board looks when it gets back to him, but you're going to be sitting around a really long time. And I can think about last season. I think about the 3rd round a lot where, for example, I wanted to draft my 2 picks literally in order in the 3rd round last season was I wanted to go Boyko and then Fry, and they got picked back to back.
Yeah.
Right before I could even pick them.
Yeah, they did.
So
they did. Well, Emad just gave you
I
a
just
shout
felt
out
that-
as a great team leader in our chat there. So Emad must have had a good time on the team last season. And
Yeah,
I think you're a
absolutely.
fantastic team leader, by the way.
But it's just funny because it's like you don't know what these drafts are going to look like.
No.
So
Yeah.
I just view it as, and I think when you look at a lot of guys, I mean, again, Boyko, obviously, when I look at you last year, this is your first season on wheel. Obviously, I know you may not have the custom setup building experience, but at the same time, the growth we've seen from the start of the season to the end, rather how Michigan itself worked out, you could tell there was something there. And to have the 4th best average finish when you're talking about one of the best guys, I shouldn't even say one of the best guy right now on Xbox of Rose, and you're able to sit there and compete with him. And listen, I mean, I know what Sean looked like in Heat 5. I will be the first one to admit, I'm not saying that I thought I was going to be better than him. But I definitely think he's taken me by surprise a lot. For example, in his growth of what we've seen over the last
Yeah.
5 years and how far he has come. I just think that, we have two, for example, really good examples of two of the top guys in this game. And if you're able to be in that conversation of sticking with them, it tells how good of a race car driver or sim race driver in general that you have the potential of being.
He was
So
a
I
strategy
think I
call
have,
away from beating him at Dover.
yeah, absolutely. So it's like I view it as I have 3, 4 really good options right
Yeah.
now. I think at 3, Blanco is definitely one of them. And
It
I
feels
listen.
good to
I'm
be
not
there,
gonna
don't it?
keep it shy.
Oh, it sure
Yeah,
does. Especially after if words could kill after Michigan, I would have been dead. So it's good to be back on the nice list.
but I was just say real quick. I just did not keep it shy. Not to speculate or make people think of who I'm looking at, but when you guys have guys like Boyko, listen, I know Emod, for example, just mentioned in the chat.
Yeah.
I look at guys like Fennel, for example. Fennel was a team leader last year, and I'm very, very high on him, for example,
Right.
and what he's
Absolutely.
capable of doing. And
Yeah.
from the town, I mean, talk about preseason. He won Daytona last year, and I
Yeah.
told you during the preseason, I said I have him in my top 3 when I went into last year.
And
I
that
thought
was
he
his first
very well
race
was
here
more than
too, by the way. He hadn't
yeah,
ran one of them preseasons. That was number 4 was his first one. He came out and won that thing. So
yeah. And I mean, the level that he has stepped up to, and I know, yeah, he had a couple pit road mistakes this year, but if it's not my team, and I hope it's my team, obviously, because again, I don't truthfully sitting here in week 1, I don't know yet who I'm going to draft.
yeah.
There's a lot to
Right.
put together. But regardless, whatever team he's on, he's going to be a big asset for you. And, I love this season in general with what I got. Obviously, Drew not being able to practice as much put a little
Yeah.
bit of wrench in things, but I still will sit here and defend myself to this day drafting. And what did I draft? Third? I think I drafted third last draft too.
Yeah.
So, drafted 3, love it. And Emod was a mid-season addition after the first pick didn't work out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm sad. But, Emod grew throughout the season, and I see, a lot of speed, a lot of potential in him in what he's going to be able to do in this game. Because, again, it's funny. I'm not saying that we're League of Underdogs. For example, when I look at, what Rabbit drafted, for example, a lot of guys he's familiar with.
Yeah.
Listen, you look at my roster last year outside of Drew, I have a lot of public lobby guys that I found in the public lobbies that may not have joined the league because of me, but I was familiar with because of that. And not many people knew them, and I took a shot on them. And I think for us to finish second last year because of
Yeah.
just the hard work a lot of guys put in, I think goes a very long way as well in terms of their growth. And I could sit here and take credit all I want, but those guys worked their hearts off. And that's what it takes to be good at this game and
Right.
top level of
And
everything.
a good teammate. That's the number one thing. That I think last season a lot of people that was here hadn't done the team concept thing. So I think that once they got that season in and they saw how important that those races maybe they didn't put quite as much into, like, oh well, this ain't my best track, so I'm not going to work on it. I think that everybody has kind of got it down now to where it's like, okay, even if it's not my best, I need to still do my best and put a little bit of effort into it. Um, and just moving on from there, I just want to say this. You should be able to hire anyone you want because you have $143 million in your bank account.
Yeah, I may be able to fund the entire league at this point with that. That's a lot of
So we're going to,
money, and you can only blame Rabbit for that too, because Rabbit was so darn confident he was going to win, and he did an all or nothing strategy on his team, and I thought he finished last in the standings. He finished third to last, whatever it was, or second to last. But
yeah,
regardless, that
yeah,
that blunder put me in a position to capitalize, and yeah, I had to take a risk.
yeah. I
The
think you
top
bet it all a
4
couple
in my
times, didn't you?
league was not an easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember what the parlay was before that. There was
You
the
put all your
parlay
money,
was
I think,
really
one time on a
I think
caution early on in the season where you could have been broke one of your first bets of your whole career.
yeah,
didn't.
Really.
Yeah,
yeah,
there was that one, but I think you also went on the Rabbits Revenge tour one time and hit huge. And then like, so the bet the bookie thing, anybody out there that doesn't know, we have parlays on our drivers and on our teams, and everyone starts out with 10,000 credits, if you will. There's no cash value in anything. So Word here managed to go from, and I don't think you even week 1 or 2 put in a bet.
I lost my bets week 1.
Yeah, okay.
I know for that I lost my bets week
Yeah,
1.
like he went down, and 2 months later, here he is with 194 million in his bank account from 10,000. So that was pretty fun. What do you think of that bet the bookie thing? Is that add some flavor to the group?
Absolutely. It gives something a little bit extra, even if it's not real money.
Yeah,
It's just how you think of people and more of the strategizing of what you think can happen and anticipate can happen.
yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I had to get really lucky. I think the bet I hit big on that broke like my
That
account
was the
open
end.
was
Top four.
I'm saying it was at the end. I think it was having 3 of Rabbit's cars in the top 8. I want to say it was Bristol.
Yeah, that one
I,
hit.
I want I wanted to,
That caution.
but
That's what it is. I just figured it out. Word. Now that's why that bet hit so hard
ah,
because you went into the barrels at Bristol, brought out the caution. His whole team finished in the top 10.
yeah, no, on the contrary, that essentially cost me the team championship too, if I think about it, because I had 2 cars in the top 5 at that point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it goes, it goes 2 ways. But
Right.
there's a lot you could have done because again, it's 12 weeks, and I can't emphasize enough not to derail off. But when I look at this season, and I not to go back to topic about drafting drivers, right? But this season as a team owner, and I can't emphasize enough if you're looking to get drafted, a big thing this season compared to last were, hey, we had 5 guys on a roster and we're only taking the top 3 in points. I will tell you my situation as somebody who's a NASCAR media member. There may not be a chance I may not be able to make it every week this season. I plan to be here for most and
Yeah.
more than 7 races, but I can't anticipate what's going to happen. So my point is more of if you're a driver, and again, I don't know the other team owner situations, but your attendance is going to be huge because now it's 4 out of 5 score team points.
Yeah.
And last year, I mean, I don't know about previous history, truthfully, in this league deeds, but I know that when you look at the team owner championship and the fact that we have 4 teams all within, what was it, 15 points of each other going into the final
11.
week?
It was 11
11.
in the
Yeah.
final race. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think we
So
wound
it's
up
like,
winning it by 7. So,
yeah.
yeah, I was saying that
It doesn't
earlier.
happen often, though.
Right. And
That never happens often. Usually there's a team that takes away. And at the start of the season, technically, though it's not Yevi's fault, that team is the team that took control early on in the season.
yeah.
And then obviously the numbers only having 3 the rest of the season kind of hurt them. But the
Well, I
point
was
is,
telling
regardless, to
Rose,
have
yeah, I was telling Rose,
makes a difference.
we led. We were the points leaders week 1. We did not get the lead back again until 50 laps to go, until Yeti got a speeding penalty in the final race. Like that was it. And these points always they always work out to where you either have one that just runs away or else it comes down to the last race. So I hope you enjoyed it. That's for sure. And I hope you look forward to what's coming up. Uh, I asked Jetty this also. Ha- you have the number 3 pick in the draft. Has your inbox been blowing up?
I would say fairly yes. I think I've had a lot of guys ask me some questions, not just on setup stuff, but just more of, what my ratings were for them and any
Yeah,
feedback I can give them. And I will be the first one to admit, hey, there's some guys here that I don't know much about, guys like Chosen, and other guys that maybe I haven't seen in a little bit. For example, like I'll give you an example like Blue Baca, who I'd seen back on Heat 5, but maybe not in this game.
yeah,
And I think that every driver and my side, and I rated guys pretty highly compared to other teams, I think that the standard, for example, you set is Rose, and you got to work around that because he's just the best dang driver in this game. And I just think that when I look at these drivers and what the potential there is, I mean, whew, sky's the limit for this season. I know last season was really
yeah,
hard, but as a team owner, you didn't know what you were getting, as they say, getting into bed with.
yeah. Right.
Overall, just because there was a lot of guys we didn't know. This season, this group, it's going to be competitive, and maybe last season, Deeds, for example, we're talking about, hey, On a good day, you're just looking for 10th, which is a solid day. With 25 cars on the track,
Hmm.
more competitive teams out there. I mean, man, I'm just saying,
Right.
like, what could have been a good day for last season, 15th may sound pretty good for a bad day, because
Right.
there's a lot of guys in this mid that have a lot of talent. Guys like Line guys like Stein, who I've seen in other leagues for years and on this game.
Yeah.
And not to advertise other leagues, but I value leagues, for example, like ODRL, that have
Absolutely.
some of the best on there. And even though it's not custom setups, there's a history there. There's a constant resume that you can work with that backs up why these drivers are that darn good. So I
Yeah,
think
and
that it's going to be very.
yeah, and I think that they that's what the one that you just named. I think that that's a place where they do it right and they know what's expected, and then that's why that's so good over there. It's the same reason right here. You got to do it right, and you got to have the right drivers in there and people that care and value your time and their time, and uh, so hopefully this season on paper it looks amazing. I'll tell you that much. So. Um, Looking forward to running with you again. Maybe I have no idea what team I'm going to end up on. It, everybody that doesn't know, I put myself on the draft board along with everyone else, and we see what team that I wind up on. So I'm looking forward to racing with any of these team owners, any of these new guys. And we talked about it last night. The goal is for anybody that's just joining up, it's not always an easy transition, especially you're just learning customs. So the team you get on, the team leadership that's in place to help you with that and invest their time in you is huge. And I appreciate your time over here because I know that you're really good at that word. You put in a lot of practice laps, and I said it last time during the draft.
Yeah,
If you don't have a setup, get over on Word's YouTube channel. You're running your YouTube Pocono tonight, right?
yeah, yep. That's exactly what I'll be running. Although I will say this, if you're a driver last minute and you're struggling, I don't usually give a lot of people shout outs, but Billy Holcomb on PlayStation, guy who
Yeah.
used to race against what I did PlayStation. That setup's pretty darn good. I will tell you that right now. If you haven't tried that yet, I would check it out because it seems really fast and loose. So just something to consider as well. But yeah, I mean, regardless, as to talk about the teams one last time, just in general, I think whoever lands and gets drafted, you're going to be put together with really good team owners. And on my end, my goal is to teach you. I'm not looking exactly for the best drivers, but I want you to learn racecraft. I want you to understand why we do what we do on the track. Because listen, it's easy for me to sit there and say, oh, I got to run and pass somebody. But there's no logic to certain things sometimes. And if I can
Yeah.
put you in the best position possible to A, be successful, B, understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, that's the most important job for me from coaching. Results aren't going to always show that, and other things. And that's the big reason why I felt last season for us was successful. So that's what, if you're looking for expectations out of me as an owner, if I draft you, know that I'm looking for your effort, obviously. I'm not expecting 7 days a week, but I want you to understand and be willing to learn and have an open ear on wanting to get better, because you don't have to be the most skilled, but I'm a
Yeah.
guy, for example, I'm not the most naturally fastest. Guys like Rose, again, I mentioned Drew a lot because he beats me and everything else. He goes out there, he can run laps just natural in a track and run 2-3 tenths faster than me.
Yeah.
I'm someone who on I worked my tail off to get to where I was, spending 100+ hours a week. Now I don't got time for that anymore.
Yeah.
Truthfully, spending
Yeah.
100 hours a week,
Yeah.
but hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, and that's the best way I could put it as.
Man, I'll tell you what, we have all these quotes, Boyko. I mean, you thought Rabbit had them. He just said hard work. Say it again.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Boom. There it is. That's
He's
what.
right.
Are you putting that on the hauler, guys? I mean, like outside of the building, maybe, or over there at OCM. Uh, that's a good one. You know what? While we have you in here, we need to just shift gears real quick because it appears that you have 3 awards tonight.
Oh, do I really?
You do.
Wow.
Boyko.
That's a lot of work. Third.
Yeah.
Is it the third Burton Award?
No, it's not the
Third
third Burton
That'd be
Award.
great.
Nice block.
It's not the third Burton Award, but It's this one right
I mean,
here. Wanna be a
technically it
Bucky
is
bag
though,
race?
since it is his third award. But we're moving right along in the order, right? To
Yep.
number 9 here.
Well, we're
All
on the
right, for
finish of the
You
year.
got it.
Yeah.
Oh my
yes, yes, the
god.
finish of the year.
race.
Yeah, so I just showed there. I don't know if you are watching the stream or not, but I showed what was voted on by your peers in Discord. Finish of the year, Las Vegas. First one of the season came week 12. Tell us about it, Word. How did that go?
Yeah, I mean, just more of, I don't want to say PTSD Michigan, but just more of, I think about where I was in that particular spot going into the last lap. And I mean, yeah, okay, we had a crash with 2 laps to go that kind of changed things up a little bit, but I just put myself in the wrong spot and I got myself left out. And obviously, Boyko gets that big run that sets him up for down the backstretch. And regardless what happens, it could have been me in that scenario, for example, if I just make the right decisions, right?
Yeah.
So I was a little bit there trying to be patient. I'll be transparent. I mean, we've all said it. I don't feel like Sean maybe had the fastest car there, particularly that weekend in Vegas compared to what he usually had. But I mean, I'm not saying that he didn't have to try as hard, but in a race where it's, winner take all for everybody else but him
Right.
and two
Right.
others,
He's in.
there's the desperation's a little bit different. And
Yeah.
I felt that I tried to be as patient as I could with Sean. And something happened where Rose got to the bottom, somebody got put in the wall, and there was a whole lot of chaos with that. But, just to be able to put myself in a position to win, Rose blocks me down the backstretch. I still hate the fact that the net code on his screen has me rubbing him up. I ran him out of room, which I got frustrated with because I got tight when he blocked me to the bottom,
Yeah.
going through the center, and I put him in the wall because I don't like racing like that. I want to be as clean as possible and make it a pass because if I can't do it cleanly, I just don't deserve to pass you. That's my methodology on things. But to have that moment with Rose, who by the way too, after he bounces
Right.
off the wall, he pushes me down the
Oh
grass.
yeah, in the
I
grass.
mean, we almost had an even photo finish there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was pretty darn cool because you don't see that happen too often in Vegas.
Right.
But I mean, just to get that in that clutch moment, and I know Fry, for example, not to talk about another league, but Fry can relate to back to the eSpark days where, for example, eSpark Xfinity, that first season, it came down to Talladega as the last race of the season. That was the difference in me making the playoffs, the championship or not. Unfortunately, I finished second in the championship to a guy who saved fuel. But overall, I mean, I'm not saying I have that clutch thing in me because I choked a win away to Joey Stone at Texas, which gave him his first NASCAR win, which people still laugh about. And I choked that PlayStation championship away. But regardless, to be there in the moment, have the opportunity, I just think was huge. And it was a good couple weeks of momentum. I beat myself up after Texas
Yeah.
just because I picked the wrong strategy and I felt like I had the best long run car. But, just to get a win was huge. It's a big relief off my back. And I want to do more than just one. Well, the All-Star race counts, but in
Yeah.
regular season terms, I want to
Right.
do more than just 1 or 2 wins this year. That would be a step up for me. It's not just
Well,
being in the championship; it's making what I had good better.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. I hope that you enjoy what we do and the group that we've assembled. And uh, I think that you're going to draft a phenomenal team. I think that next season, I think that you are one of the front runners for team champions. I see many wins coming your way in the future. And I know that you definitely put the time in. You like I say, you're a setup guy, you're a setup builder, you're a team owner. I can't imagine anyone on that draft board that wouldn't be completely stoked to get picked by Mr. Warburton himself. And I appreciate your time tonight. We need to move on, but anything wrapping up?
No, just again, I want to thank you guys for the awards, and I'm happy, to be here. And for anybody, again, I just want to emphasize enough, whether you're on my team or not, I'm always here to help. I'm always here to offer because I wish, and Fry, for example, is the biggest example. When I got in the heat, back to NASCAR heat and learning custom setups, it takes a helping hand to learn how to get better and just
Absolutely.
hit that moment that can change the outcome for anybody. So if there's anything I can do to help, listen, I understand I'm your competition at the end of the day and I'm racing, but I always want to make everybody better because that's what makes this better in esports and racing in general is getting everybody to its absolute peak that we physically can. So feel free to reach out to me. I may look, well, I may not intimidating just because people see me on NASCAR media. I may look pissed off a lot of times. I may speak like I'm pissed off, but I'm always here to help and I'm always here to be a coach to help people get better because that's what I want to see ultimately.
And you're a consummate professional. I will say that. Uh, well, we appreciate your time, and like I say, good luck next season. Of course, this isn't the draft. We've discussed a little bit of it, and like we're going to go into that a little bit later to wrap the show up. But I definitely appreciate your time. We'll see you out there at Pocono tonight, and anybody watching that. This is Ward Burton right here. He's going to be watching tonight to see how everybody does.
And
Let's see.
congratulations, shout out to Rose on the championship again because to do what he did last season, I nobody you should look higher up on in terms of the pedestal. What
Yeah.
he did last year, remarkable. And it may not ever happen again in terms of the dominance he had, but
Yeah.
that was a season and that has to be looked upon forever because he just set a tone that
Right.
not many guys will be able to match. That's all I'm saying. That last season was special for many ways more than one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, thank you for your time, and we'll see you here in just a little bit over there in the lobby. We're going to move on to, I forget which one's next, but appreciate your time, Ward.
Yeah, so we're moving on to the Rising Star Award, and yeah, take me through a little bit of the criteria as we'll zip through these last few awards here.
All right, so the Rising Star comes down to the person who started off this season a little bit slow, but managed to get faster throughout the season and also made a splash just with overall impact on put guys on notice, if you will, that I'm here to play, boys. And I think that this guy, we think that this guy next season has serious potential and maybe one of the rock stars of the whole series in this coming up. So go ahead and announce him there, Josh.
I've been looking forward to talking to this guy all night. It is Fennell joining us here as our Rising Star Award, and congrats, Fennell. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you guys. You got me.
I sure do. Well, we certainly had an interesting start to the year, going even back to week 3, and it's really crazy to reflect on that. How both of us were a part of that Michigan finish, and really, with yourself in a position to win that race, our seasons could have very easily been flip flopped of you as a championship 4 contender, and then also just a really fast dude overall. It's been great getting to race with you. Take me through just this topsy turvy year for you.
Yeah, it started out pretty tough. I mean, the league is full of the fastest guys on console racing and very challenging. And the first Michigan race there, I thought I had a good car, practiced a lot. You know, Word and Emod over there, good teammates. We practiced a good bit earlier in the season and got the cars down there pretty good. And yeah, that last lap on that Michigan race, it could have been anybody. I think there was probably 4 cars that can win it, but we came up a little short.
Yeah, just I mean, we all know how Michigan ended, but there's a plenty to talk about from the rest of the season where you are the deserving rising star, and we've been floating the name a little bit here on this broadcast, but this is first round potential right here with Fennell. So take me through how you've been able to rise that stock and finish the year strong.
Yeah, just getting the races finishing. So I mean finishes. So had a lot of mistakes on my own pit road earlier in the season. Had a fast car pretty much all year long. Just shot myself in the foot plenty of times. So just racing around some of the fast guys in the league. Watching how they race. Like I said, Word helping out tremendously. Me and Emod putting a lot of time on some practice and just getting better and better. I mean, just the whole league is stacked from pretty much the top to the bottom. So just getting lucky at the right times and not making no mistakes on pit road is give us some good results there.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
much agree with that, and I feel like a lot of people in this league have a massive amount of respect for your racecraft and style, and probably an honorable mention and a finalist for that Arch Enemy Award. That I would definitely have your name in that conversation with how you've carried yourself throughout this season. So take me through just your racecraft and your approach to racing around this talented league.
Yeah, I try to keep an eye out because everybody races different here, and I try to race people how they race me, and didn't have really no issues. Me and Yeti ran into each other a few times, but we kept it pretty civil, pretty much. I'd race him hard, he'll race me hard, and he'll call me some names, but I didn't take offense to it. But it's all right. Looking forward to next year. There's nothing wrong with a little rival in the racing. It makes it more interesting anyway, because sometimes we run caution free a lot of these races, and that kind of gets boring. So having a rival to chase around the track, that makes it more exciting.
You guys want anything for the rest of this?
Yep, Fry Dog does.
Yeah, I got something for you. So, hey, if you slip to 5, do you want to race with me, buddy?
Yeah, I'll be happy to race on any team on here, man. Any team that picks me, I'll be happy. I'll be happy to, just be happy as hell to just be racing.
I appreciate that, and I've respected you, and I'm really, really appreciate me meeting you and learning about you, and you bring a lot of good things to this league. The age, obviously, you're more mature than some of these other cats, so it's gonna be a fun next season, and I'm glad you're still here, buddy.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate all y'all do, man. Y'all run a hell of a top-notch league here. I've been in plenty of them, and this one is up there at the top. So, like I said, I appreciate y'all having me.
Well, hey, I appreciate that. And just real quick, you reached out to me on Facebook on a post that we made. Nobody here knew anything about you. I believe your first race was that Michigan race that we ran. And you told me, you're like, man, I was out of sim racing. I've been on iRacing. I got championships. I've run all these games and I just been out of it for a while. So when you first started this season off, of course you were kind of expecting to maybe not be the fastest guy out here, but just the level of competition that you talked about. How important is it to have a bunch of fast guys to race around for a whole season for your performance?
Oh yeah, that brought me back to where I was before when I was younger. Not quite there because my age, but
Right.
yeah, back in the day, ran with the fastest of guys, and you guys are on that same level. So you guys helped me to get back to hit my marks every lap. I mean, like I said, we don't have any cautions, and
Ever.
that's
Yeah.
saying a lot when you got 10 to 12 plus guys out here. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you really taught me to hit my marks, and so far so good. Finished the year out pretty strong, and looking forward to next year.
Well, I know for a fact that you're one of the top guys on most people's board out there that they're looking at, and you you proved quite a bit last season just with your overall professionalism, and I just want to personally thank you for that right there. You are the rising star, which means there's a lot expected out of you for next season, and hopefully everything goes as planned. And I appreciate your time in here, and I will see you at Pocono here in just a little bit, sir.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
10-4. All right, what do we got next?
That is fun to watch right there.
He
Yeah,
is.
that
He
dude is.
is.
He, he's going to be cream of the crop for this draft, and someone that's
Yeah.
going to be getting a steal if he doesn't go on the top handful
First
of
round.
picks, which he should end up going. Yeah,
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 first round for sure.
pretty much. He's going to be one of the top value picks for sure. Love racing with Fennell, great
I
dude.
agree.
Next up here, let's go to most popular driver.
Most popular driver, baby. This is the one that the world been waiting on. If you ain't tuned in to us right now, you better get tuned in immediately because this guy right here he's something else. Go ahead and announce him as the winner, if you will, there, Boyko.
Yeah, well, it is my honor to bestow upon our most popular driver, Fry Dog. Thanks for being here and take me through. What is it like to be Mr. Worldwide, just holding up this league by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since I got it because Rebel took it from me for a couple times. It should be the
I
worldwide
got it
popular world,
once.
but no, yeah, and you got it, and then closing got it. I was looking back through. I didn't win it as much as I thought I should have, but no, I really appreciate this award. It's not on my driving, I don't think. It's on my participation with this league and how I just like trying to meet new drivers and try to make sure we all do it the right way. When I sit down on Saturday, I don't get to race too much during the week, in other leagues, and I want them to take it the most serious they take it every Saturday. It's not just a video game. I hate when people say it's in it to win it series. It's just a video game. And I don't really want it to be that. I want it to be, everybody take it just as serious as you can and make it the best place. But I want to thank my peers more or less because they're the ones that voted for me. It wasn't just given to me like Dale Jr. or Chase Elliott.
Yeah,
They
it's a
get it every
vote.
year. This was voted on for me, so I appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, I look like I don't know. I'm speechless. I love In It to Win It. I mean, I consider myself a big part of this family, and everybody that comes in here, they see that we aren't just a racing series.
Yeah,
So thank you, everybody.
we are a family, and we love you here. So I appreciate, again, me personally, I appreciate you way more than what you'll ever be able to comprehend. So that is an award. I'm telling you right now, if we could get him a plaque cut up, he would put it on his wall at it'd be right back there by that bicycle hanging up. um, so anything, Boyko?
Oh, Fry Dog speaks for himself right there. He's Mr. Worldwide for a reason, and we all know and love Fry Dog. He's one of the founding fathers of this league, like I introduced him. So thanks,
Yeah.
Fry Dog, for being here, and yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah, and real quick, Fry, you are fielding a team this
Thanks, man.
season. What is the team name and what are you looking for? What's your expectations?
I mean, it's going to come down to attendance having that fourth, because I think really what it comes down to, I need to find some speed in my first two picks there in the first and second round to, help me concrete the team building right. And then I need to make sure I got two other drivers that are going to be there week in and week out. And I promise you, I'm going to come with a little more fire now that I'm a team owner. I was starting to get the handle of these cars there at the end of the season. I got my steering wheel set. I felt like I had some good speed at Dover. Need to fix some pit road mess ups. But I feel like I have a pretty good piece underneath, and it's not always Rose's setup either. I try to build some of my own. Everyone probably thinks that why can't I drive Rose's setups? Well, I see Rose's setups. Don't get me wrong. We do share a lot of setups, but it's not like I'm driving Wards or Roses. I try to build my own. I mean, they're a little bit off, but I'm gonna get there. You watch.
So
It's gonna be fun. This season's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to meet some new drivers. Obviously, I feel like I'm
yeah,
gonna have two new drivers on my team that I've never had it on my team before.
yeah,
So
yeah. So do you think the schedule that the preliminary, you kind of know where we're leaning to the schedule? Do you think the schedule helps or hurts your chances this season?
Well, back in the day, we used to go every other season. We did like a draft season kind of, and then we did a technical season to where I won season 6, and there was a lot more of the mile and a halves and the
Right.
Talladegas and the super speedways and the more of the drafting where it's not as technical. I don't have to push the brake as much. Pushing the
Right.
brake for me sometimes is a hard thing to do. I overdrive corners, and I feel like if you guys always say, Fry, slow down. I'm like, well, it doesn't feel like I'm going fast. So I do overpush a lot of the corners. And
Yeah.
so, yes, I think this season does remind me of the season 6 championship season that I actually did win, with
Nice.
Homestead being the final and Daytona being the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, right on. You and me have that in common. I mean, we're both champions, past champions, because we won Daytona. And then we were able to walk into the last race, and then we won those races. So we had to do what we had to do. But congratulations. You're definitely the most popular guy here, in my opinion. And I just want to say, I see Turner out here in the chat. Turner, we gave you an award earlier. I don't know if you were in the Discord, but we could probably pull him in here real quick if he is. And there he is.
Let's
Okay.
see. Is that Turner there?
I'm not sure.
Tilt racing.
Huh?
Is this Turner?
All I can see is
No, Tilt joined. You brought the wrong guy. You brought
I
the wrong
brought
guy and you
Tilt
brought
in
Tilt
here.
in, but We'll see you in a little bit in a minute,
Let's
Tilt.
see.
Yeah, Turner, you should be getting here because Rabbit spoke for you, and I think we want to hear some of your words and kind words
Just
about
hop
this
in.
season and
Just hop in if you can, Turner.
what you have
We're down
accomplished.
here in the green room. Few stories down. There he is.
My phone's going to die.
All right. Turner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on, buddy? I knew you wasn't here earlier, but I wanted to get you in here because what award did we give him earlier there, Boyko?
Hard Charger.
The Hard Charger. You received the Hard Charger Award. We were talking about it, and I wanted to get some verification. We had a discussion that you were drafted number 9 or something like that, and then your average finish for like the first month was 9th or something. Like, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, man. Well, I apologize. I thought I was awardless, so I wasn't in the Discord. That's my bad. I was jumping in and out of the Twitch, watching you guys. Really
Surprise!
great show tonight. Looking forward to the race later. But yeah, Hard Charger Award, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, got drafted. Technically fifth, but if you count the team owners, the ninth guy to be locked into season 11.
Come off the
And
board.
yeah, the first few weeks it was just I was running ninth every week, and made some improvements throughout the year. I think setups and just overall racecraft and things. And I felt like Sean and myself we did all we could, tenacious. We kind of had an empty slot in that
Right.
fifth driver on our team with Rabbit. We had some guys coming and going, but did the best we could with our group and almost won the championship. But you guys got it done there at Vegas and took that title away. But yeah, man, it was a great season. Had a lot of fun. Looking forward to season 12 for sure.
Yeah, so the reason you got that hard charger is because the second half of your season was much improved. Go ahead, Boyko. Sorry.
No, yeah, just I was going to underline that the second half of the year and really is improving your draft stock for this year. So I'm really thinking Turner, Fennell, those are going to be some of the top value draft picks that we see in this entire draft coming up. So I'm really excited to see the landing spots. But thanks for joining us here, buddy.
Yeah, and there's one other thing. We've asked all the
Yeah,
team
man.
owners
Thanks,
that's
guys.
been
I
in
appreciate it.
here. We've asked all the team owners in here what they're looking for in drivers. I want to ask the driver Turner what he's looking for in his team owner.
Well, just all these team owners are excellent at what they do. Showing up for these events and leading their drivers and down the right path to just have good racecraft out here, integrity. We talk about that a lot behind the scenes, and just for all the drivers out there, whatever team you end up on is going to be a good place. And then we just got to go out and perform, put on a good show, and race with common sense. I mean, we're not all going to win. I didn't win a race this year. A lot of us didn't win races. There was only 4 winners, but
Yeah.
every position matters. Every race matters. So you want to do the best you can for your team owner. The team owners are putting a lot into this. The league puts a lot into this. And, so for us as drivers, really, we just have to show up, race with integrity. Don't overdo it. Don't make a fool of yourself out here on race night. Just do the best you can and perform for your team owner wherever you end up.
Yeah.
So I would be happy to be on any team.
Fantastic. Well, hey, I wanted to get you in here and make sure you knew that you received that you were the hard charger, because we definitely took note of how this began and where you progressed to. I agree with Boyko 100%. I think that you're first round material right up there. So, and I appreciate you being here.
Appreciate you, boys. I'll talk to you tonight.
All right, partner. See you in a few minutes. All right, Boyko. We got to get little rose petals back up in here.
Yeah, definitely got to get Rose in. Are we doing the most improved? I see it's on one of the lists, but not the other.
Hold on a minute. Who was that?
Yeah, most improved driver. We know who it is.
Uh-huh. Who is that guy? Who is that guy? I know who it is.
I think he's top.
So the winner of the most improved driver is this guy right here, Josh Boyko. Many people in here don't know. Boyko was a season 9 rookie on Heat 5. We ran season 9, season 10. He has been on a championship team before. He has been on the worst team ever assembled before, jokingly. But you came out here, Boyko. Tell me about getting drafted by Valley. Tell me how that helped you to win in week 3, and just overall how your season went, and where you found all that speed, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it was a journey of a season. Ended up on that rivalry board 2 of the first 3 weeks out of the year with Sean, and then with and I had an entire team upset at me after the last lap at Michigan, and rightly so. So I just want to express my gratitude to them for keeping me in line. I'm not usually a confrontational or get into many incidents type of driver, but that those first 3 weeks were certainly interesting. But then moving on from that, it was a really good season. Even post Valley, I was able to, I feel like, step up for the team and kind of be the one that paced the way. Me and Yeti worked really well together. I think everyone could see there was some decent chemistry involved in that relationship, and it just helped both of us get better because we were about the same darn speed pretty much every week, and we were able to make that into some pretty solid finishes. And I didn't take myself out of many races this year. Obviously, a couple of mistakes on pit road strategy that cost me a total of 4 positions this year: 3 at New Hampshire, 1 at Dover. That ultimately was could have been a second win for me, which would have been just more than I could have ever expected from myself coming into this season. And I am just really grateful to be a part of this
Well,
entire league. It's a bunch of great drivers, quality people. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing that I remember is I believe it was it was 1 or 2. You messaged me and you were so excited that you had just gotten your best finish ever and then to win it. You finished P3. Uh, was it Miami or was it Gateway?
Well, it was a P5. It was a P5 at
P5.
Miami to begin the year.
P5.
So I was excited, and I was just talking about, trying to earn the respect of the league. And I won 2 weeks later and lost respect, and then spent the next 10 weeks trying to get it back.
Well, I think that you have it, but I mean, you can't be rocking that Blaney mustache right there and not have some rivals. So, Fry Dog, anything for Boyko?
Oh, sorry, my daughter, 18-year-old daughter, just got home and I haven't seen her in a while, so I had to do something. But no,
My bet would have
Boyko,
hit.
man, it's always a pleasure. You do it the right way. I kind of think you are the AI of In It to Win It. You know, you're like a robot or something. You're just perfect. I mean, everything about you, man. The way you present yourself, the way you've been racing, gotten better on the track. You just got a steering wheel. I'm amazed at your last season. So congratulations on season 11.
Thank you very much, and hopefully a lot more to come.
Yeah, I think that that's probably like I say, I know you're a top 5 pick. I know you're a first round pick. That's wild. So that most improved is for sure.
Hard to even believe that point, but
Yeah. Well.
yeah. Well,
So
we better get on to the big guns now with the last few awards.
we got 2 more, right? And it's both the same guy. Well, the team chip, but we're going to wrap this up within the next 5 minutes, so or so. So I need to RSVP that guy again. I need to RSVP Rose. He said, on my way home, give me 5 minutes if I'm on after Turner. He's had his 5 minutes. Get in here, boy. Let's go.
There it is.
All right. Go ahead, Boyko.
You got a copy,
I do
Rose?
got a copy. I just got home.
He's got his
Well,
Diet
thanks for
Coke. We're
taking
all
the
in
time out
trouble.
of your
Oh,
busy
you know how
Saturday
I
night
did.
schedule.
Product
Yep.
placement.
But
We need that sponsorship. Bro.
Yeah, sponsor dollars.
yeah.
He's getting chug
How about
points right
that
now.
season though? How about that season?
What's up?
How about that season though with the most wins that we've seen in it to win it history? Take me through just this one from start to finish.
8 wins.
Well, first of all, didn't expect 8 at all. I was honestly expecting maybe 2, 3 going in, but I knew that the preparation was going to be there for us to have speed every single race and be in contention every single week. So, started off strong. Had a little bit of a rough patch in terms of like drama and all that in the third or fourth race. No, sorry, fifth race. But we got through that, and then we had a great championship race where I was on my had to be on my best with Sean right on my heels that whole last run. But we got her done, and the team championship, which was important.
I thought you mic dropped and left the room.
No, no. I was just closing my door.
Go ahead, Fry.
Oh no, man, that kid's unreal. I mean, you had a great season. I mean, it was a pleasure to race with you guys and seeing how hard you really do work. You know, we lost Boyko. My
He's
phone's
back.
been dying too.
He's back.
Oh, he's back. But yeah, you put in a lot of work and you're well deserving, and you are the I guess we could say in par. You're par in the NASCAR racing community. We're all trying to get you. You know,
It
for
makes
every
our
course.
makes our handicap like 15 or something, Fry. You know? So Rose, when we put this thing together this season, and I many people don't know, I said, "Hey Rose, you are drafting a team," and he's like, "I don't want to draft a team." I'm like, "Listen, you're going to draft a team." Are you glad that I kind of pushed you in that direction? Was it something that you are glad you were able to experience and look forward to again, or was it tougher than you thought it would be and more stressful?
It was pretty mellow and chill for like the first half of the season, but then once we started to focus in on those team points when we fell behind, I definitely started to get stressed. Especially with your unfortunate pit road execution. Let's put it that way. And then Hot One wrecking you at Texas. We all know that one.
Yeah.
But also our pickup of Hot One halfway through the season catapulted us into being able to even be in the position that we were in at the end.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it was just a great season. I think this next one is going to be much tougher, especially with the schedule we got. But hopefully we can do the same thing.
Yeah. So real quick, what are you looking for? By the way, you are the season champion, you're the in-season champion, you're the MVP, and you are the team champion. That's clean sweep. I mean, you've won everything there is to win, and you've been here before, so you were not eligible for Rookie of the Year. We've asked everyone in here tonight. You're a team owner. You drafted number 4. Next season for the upcoming draft here in 2 weeks. What are you looking for in your drivers, and what are you hoping to accomplish in week 12 or season 12?
I'm looking for speed and cohesion. Being able to gel as a group is really important.
Yeah, I agree.
Those are my main 2 things.
Yeah, if you got speed and you have a good team chemistry, I think that you have a good chance at winning this thing. Because a lot of people don't know this, and me and Fry both on that team. We led week 1, and then we really started to. We went down quite a bit, and we were doing points. We're like, we only got to score like 28 a week.
We're like 50 points behind, like in week 3.
Yeah.
Something like that. And without points work, it's hard to make up even 5 in one race.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Like it's hard to make them points back up. So what we did overall,
I think it took New Hampshire by the Yetis to kind of help that too. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, yeah, New Hampshire, and like I told
with
Yeti,
that strategy where they messed up a little.
yeah. Well, I told Yeti
But
earlier. I said, the the it took until he got that speeding penalty at Vegas for it to really
oh yeah,
we knew that we had it. Like so, all them little moments in the season that come together right there, I think that they're all big time important. So, I appreciate you picking me on
yeah.
your team last season. It was fun to be a part of. I will be working on my pit road execution, um, and see if I can get myself back to
The
victory
only
lane.
time you execute that shit is when you get wrecked. I'm gonna be honest.
When I get hit down pit road, I nail that pit road. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you execute it perfect when you do that.
Yeah. Anything, Fry?
I'm joking around.
Oh no, boom confetti. Can you do your little sound for us?
Oh,
Oh hell no no
oh.
no 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 no. We
Some
are
victory
not
sound.
doing that in a stream where I got like 15, 20 people watching me plus the whole Discord. Nah 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 nah.
All right,
It
fair
rhymes,
enough.
isn't it Flipper? Isn't that the movie, the show?
Nah nah. The dolphin laugh, we're not doing that right now.
It's a good thing
Nah nah.
I told Hot One to join up, but he hadn't joined up yet. So if he was here, he would get you to do it. But Fry, we don't have that
He
kind of pull.
probably could.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of pull. All right, well,
That's
we're gonna.
not true.
All right, well, we're gonna see you out there in about 10 minutes at Pocono. What are you looking for tonight?
Trying to figure out how to beat Line Cone.
So you're going out and trying to beat Line Cone tonight. What are you looking for in drivers that you're looking to draft?
That well, I already got my sights set on one driver that we all know. But for the second and third rounds, I haven't really thought yet. But I kind of have a couple in mind already. We'll see how some of these new guys that we haven't seen yet doing these couple races that maybe influence our decisions.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, hey, it was an absolute pleasure to share a team with you, to become another time team champion, and I greatly appreciate it. Uh, we'll see you here in a little bit.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Is that all of them, Boyko?
I think that's what we got time for.
All right. Well, let's look at this real quick then. This is the week one. We came out with this. Anybody that doesn't know, we devised a driver rating system. This number right here is just so everyone knows this is not your overall driver rating. This is your overall teammate slash what you bring to the team rating. We have nice little things on here, such as car racecraft and what's some other things on there, Fry?
Oh, there was all kinds of stuff. I think setups, team participation, aggressiveness, caution tendency, wreck avoidance, pure speed.
Yeah,
That's probably the one that you really want to just look at that one as a driver rating more than a driver bio.
yeah,
I'd say is kind of, you know what I mean. You get tens and nines on pure speed, you're pretty good at the game. You just gotta, I don't know. It's because not everybody's good at setups.
go on to the
So
next
if you get
category
docked
after
for
that,
not
right?
having setups, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
So then that's gonna put you down, and it's not your fault. Your ratings went down because you don't know setups, but you can drive the car. So really, it's more like you said. I looked at it more of a bio more over a driving rating, except probably the pure speed, or whatever that one was. Nines and tens are obviously the fast guys, right?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it took these team owners some time to fill those things out. They dedicated some time to do those things, and I greatly appreciate it. We've always worked to get a driver rating system in this game. They never give us one, so we just created our own. Um, Boyko, what do you think about that draft board and what you see on there and the driver rating systems? Because I'm just going to tell the world, I posted those things, and within 30 seconds, Boyko messaged me.
Yeah, I thought it was just good to see how people are stacking up in the eyes of the team owners as we approach that draft time. And if you're trying to get on a certain team, you're getting in the DMs probably of those people and reaching out and saying, "Hey, this is what I'm going to bring to your team if you pick me here." And try to boost your own draft grade and stock accordingly.
Yeah, so now's the time to be sending those messages and being this is what I bring to your team. Now's that time, which that is something that does not take anything on the track for you to reach out and let people know what your intentions are and what you look forward to for the season that you hope to be a part of. Because Fry, we have I think 30 on the board. We're only picking what 20, 25 coming off.
Yeah, there's going to be 5 owners and I think 20. So yeah, 25 total drivers. And I think we got 28 on that board,
I
maybe
don't
something like that.
28 or 30, somewhere in that range. So
Yeah.
some
I
guys
haven't really
aren't
looked
going
at it.
to
I know
make it.
I know a couple guys left. Couple guys.
Yeah, so some guys aren't going to make it.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
It's always been that way, but we always have the free agent list when you don't get picked. There's this place is just signed up and race here. I
Right.
mean, yeah, you can
Yeah.
be vouched in, and I've had the luxury of actually bringing in probably 3 of my 6 guys worked out
Some
that I've
studs,
actually
some
vouched
bona
for.
fide studs in here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then 3 of them didn't work out and turned into some people that I didn't like their integrity.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I vouched for them. So you never know, so it's the best racing series on the game, but we don't like to say that.
Yeah, we just provide the best place for people, for the best drivers to do their best. Is that a nice little? It may not be as eccentric as Rabbit and Word, but that's what I'm going with tonight. So, Boyko, looks like it's 5 minutes till. We've went about a half an hour to 45 minutes over. If you want to, you're the wrap up guy. You're the play by play guy.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap it up. Also, this was an award that was not given out during this segment here, but shout out to the one that made our streams possible this year, clicking around on cameras and making it a much better experience. That is a shout out that we do not want to forget. So, Bombshell, thank you so much for helping us out on the streams this year. It is greatly appreciated when we go back and watch these. You did a great job. You wouldn't know it wasn't a professional that was around there clicking around. So thank you very much. And with that, we're going to send it right over to Pocono coming up here as the next preseason race. A lot of stocks to rise and fall, but we're looking forward to it. So join us now for Pocono coming up next.
Perfect.